Wagwan squad. So today we are doing Fricassee chicken. This is the most popular way Jamaicans cook chicken. Yeah, they fry and cook long something there. Fricassee chicken isn't exclusively a Jamaican thing. It has its roots in a French chicken stew made with a creamy mushroom sauce. Although the technique is similar, Fricassee chicken, the way Jamaicans make it, is its own thing entirely, and we can't say it's anything but Jamaican. Anyways, let's go. So we're going to start with some Jamaican green seasoning. We need this to marinate the chicken. I went a bit more detailed in the barbecue fried chicken video, but a green season is essential when we are cooking meat and poultry. You can start with a green scotch bonnet pepper, a bunch of fresh thyme. Be generous, it's kinda hard to overdo it. 1 diced large onion. 1 head of garlic. If you add 2, it still would be good. About a tablespoon of dried pimento. 1/2 cup vinegar. 1/2 cup oil. This is just some plain old vegetable oil, but the oil of your choice works too. 1/2 tablespoon salt. Couple stalks of scallion. I like to rip them apart. Some people put green bell peppers in green season, but for me it dilutes the flavor and doesn't really add much. I like to keep it kind of rough. Yeah, that smells really good. I'm going to pour that out and set it aside for now. Alright, time for the star. I have some chicken legs and thighs. I rinse them in some vinegar water. You can do this with a bit of lime juice too. Legs and thighs are perfect for stews because they are harder to overcook and remain tender. I really like breast, but I'm skipping them this time. I'm going to season with 1/2 tablespoon salt, 1/2 tablespoon black pepper. I'm using a little extra salt and pepper because all this will dissolve into the stew, so I'm overdoing it a bit. Spicy to the bone is my new favorite season. This is close to 2 tablespoons. Any of your favorite powdered season work here too. Some Cajun, easy spice, chicken season, some Maggi season or no season at all. Next I'm going to pour in a bit of the green season. Just enough to coat each piece of the chicken. I'm going to let this rest for maybe an hour. The vinegar and the marinade will start to tenderize the meat and help flavors penetrate better. Just cover and throw in the fridge. While that's resting, we can prep some stuff for the sauce. The thing about most Jamaican dishes is that they have great depth of flavor. I need a medium onion. I'm just going to dice this fairly big. It's a stew, so they will cook out. Sauteed onions add a lot of flavor to cooked dishes, so we hardly ever cook without it. I'm also going to slice some carrot. Carrots are great in stews. They add a ton of flavor, extra nutrients, they add texture and color, and they absorb flavor as well. So carrots are a win-win-win, even if you don't eat them. I'm also adding a ripe scotchy for flavor and a bit of heat. Just slice that up. Some fresh thyme. 1 green bell pepper. I'm going to dice this. This is going in when the stew is close to finish. Personally, I think peppers add more value at the end of cooking than at the beginning. They add some freshness at the end but take away when you start with them. They also mute the flavors of the other ingredients. I need a few cloves of garlic. Smash them, then roughly chop. Garlic also adds great depth to the flavors in the dish, especially if it's sauteed. a couple stalks of scallion. I'm going to use only the white parts in the stew. They add additional depth of flavor to the stew, which is what we want. I'm going to thinly slice the scallion greens for garnish, a bit of freshness at the end. The chicken has been marinating for a little over an hour. You could even marinate this overnight as well. Next is the most critical step in fricassee chicken. Throw on a frying pan and add a generous amount of oil. Let it get hot on medium heat. Next, I'm going to place the chicken in. Searing the chicken is one of the most critical steps in making fricassee. We develop a ton of flavor with this step. Let these brown slowly so it doesn't burn, so you might have to adjust the heat from time to time. That level of browning is good. Just going to go ahead and flip them. This smells so damn good. You can tell this is going to be delicious already. Browning the chicken like this develops deep, rich flavors that still carry over into the stew. Alright, these are ready. You can go ahead and remove them and set them aside. So I made two mistakes. The oil was a bit too hot and I never removed enough of the marinade from the chicken, so I have a little burning issue going on. The chicken is perfectly seared, so we are still in the clear. We're good. I have one more piece of chicken, just going to sear that off as well. Usually I just use the same oil to make the sauce for my fricassee chicken, but I can't use this because it has too many burnt bits in it. That's a nice deep sear. Just going to get rid of that oil and get the pot clean. Hit that with some fresh oil. Next, I'm going to caramelize some sugar. This is optional, but it adds more depth to the sauce and offset the tanginess from the ketchup, which I will be adding in later. I use this technique to make Jamaican style barbecue sauce in a previous video. Check out that barbecue fried chicken recipe, that was really good. So when the sugar looks foamy, starts to float and is caramel brown, you can go ahead and add the vegetables we prepared, except the bell peppers. This will stop the sugar from getting too brown. We want a proper saute on this. Let them start to brown a bit. This gives me a ton of flavor. Next, add a cup of ketchup. This gives the sauce its body and adds to its flavor. Half cup soy sauce. This also adds to the depth of flavor and darkens the sauce. Let's not waste the marinade of the chicken. Just add that to the sauce as well. Wasted flavor is a terrible sin. Next, I'm going to add about a cup of water. I'm thinning out the sauce now, but it will thicken again after it reduces. Next, add the chicken back into the sauce. The sauce will slowly thicken while it cooks the chicken and the flavors develop. This is hands down one of my favorite dishes, both to have and to make. And we have a bit of resting juices from the chicken, so I'm adding that back too. No sin into them. Next, I'm going to cover and leave on medium-low heat to simmer. Nice. The flavors are really coming together and this smells so damn good. This is almost ready. The chicken is cooked, but the sauce needs to reduce and concentrate a bit more. This is why legs and thighs are great, because you can worry less about overcooking and getting dry, trashy chicken. 5 more minutes and it's almost there. Just going to give this a taste test to see if I need to adjust anything. That's perfect. but it's going to need maybe a next 5 minutes. I didn't forget to add the bell peppers. I'm adding them now and turning off the heat because the fricassee chicken is done. Alright, that looks good. And in typical feed and teach fashion, we have to plate it up. Fricassee chicken goes really well with rice and peas or boiled dumplings and yam, but that's another video. Have to get some of that carrot and peppers as well. You can add some diced potatoes as well to the fricassee. I didn't get any for this recipe, but it's cool either way. Finish that off with the scallion greens from earlier and that's your plate. This is so good. It's quick and easy, and you could skip the whole green season, use only powdered season, and still make a banger fricassee chicken in under an hour. That's probably why it's the most popular way to cook chicken in Jamaica. You get excellent flavor for the time and effort you put in. Now, let's give this a little taste. The chicken is extremely tender. So many people hate chicken skin, but it's great in a fricassee chicken. The flavor is intense and it literally melts in your mouth. Perfect. Absolutely delicious. Hope you give this one a try and I'll see you in the next one.